Alright, here it is. So, let's use the Watcher's key. Watch Lara's ass explode. What's up, everybody? Badass Games. Welcome back to Tomb Raider Redemption. Today, we are going to put that Raziel sword in as soon as we go back real quick, backtrack a hot second, to get a secret that we missed in the last video. I just happened to be so uptight about the whole fall in the lava thing. I guess I just forgot about it, but it's right over here where we picked up the codex page. All you gotta do is walk up against the wall and then pull yourself up. It's a really well hidden secret. But there's the skull basher. You don't want to fall down because there's some lava down there, and lava's bad. Pick up the basher, and then we turn around and just do the same thing we did to get back. Now, fortunately, this is the one jump that we can run and jump in order to get out, so that's awesome. We just got to make sure we get back carefully. There we go. Alright, so I'm gonna sidestep and then walk to the edge and run and jump back over here just like we did before, and this is the one where we can run and jump to get back to the ledge, so make sure we're angled in the proper direction and then run and jump, and there we go. Okay, so now that that's out of the way, let's go back to the one statue of Raziel right here where he's got the blue thing on the sword. And she's gonna look over at the door. Now we gotta open that door, and we never actually got through all this stuff right here. So basically, this button right here is gonna turn the statue 225 degrees. This one turns it 135, and that one turns it 315, I think. So in order to get the statue to turn around to do a complete 180, well, we gotta basically add 225 with 315, and that will give us our direction that we want, and then the door will open and we'll be back into the one of the original areas back in the first video. This is where I went and got the binoculars at the other end over there, and I came from that direction. Now we can finally go over this direction. This is where the sword of Raziel is going to go. And then we enter the area that has the dead tree. So here it is. Here's a tree. We're going to be chilling around this area for a little bit. We got some stuff we got to do. If we come over here, we'll notice that there's a chest that has some ammunition in it. And if we turn around, we notice that there's another receptacle for a sword of Raziel. So we need to go get that. That's pretty much the whole goal here for now. And then if you come over here to the left, you'll notice that there's a couple of receptacles for something else as well. Well, they look just like cans, but they are actual receptacles. And we'll be getting the items that we need for that in order to open that gate as well. Okay, so come over in this direction. This is directly cat-a-corner from where we entered. Okay, there's going to be a switch on the wall right here. It's going to do two things. It's going to open the gate right there. And it's also going to open a door out here that you can go through. Now, this direction is going to lead you to the sword head, and this is going to lead you to the sword blade. So we need to get those two things before we can continue on. So this is going to be the shortest one for now. So we might as well just go over here and start a fight with these guys. Now, kobolds seem to regenerate life while they're on the ground, so make sure you let them up before you kill them. Okay, so let's go over here and pick up the shotgun shells that are in this chest. And basically what this room is, it's not a dead end or anything. We want to come over here and to the left. Okay, it's going to be to the right where we entered. We entered right over here. Alright. There's a tile right here that's different from all the other tiles. It's got a diamond in instead of a square. Well, I mean, it's got a tilted square, I suppose. You want to hold the action button to try and grab this ledge. If she's not grabbing at any point, just try the middle somewhere. Alright, we're gonna do some of the stuff that you've seen in like Tomb Raider Anniversary, where she jumps around all the pillars. So yeah, that's pretty cool, I must admit. You may have noticed the spikes over there, and yeah, they're active, and they're always active, so don't ever stand on that, because that would be the equivalent of death. And this time we want to go all the way around to where we're just hovering over them, and then if you time it just right, you should be able to jump up. You don't want her to grab her footing, because if you let her get her footing and then press the jump button, then she will jump backwards off of the wall. Okay, let's monkey bar our way over to this thing and then go around the corner. Now at this point we want to pull ourselves up, because now we have enough height to stand up, and we need to stand up so we can run and jump over to this crack. And this time I'm going to go to the left. There is an opening to the right of this pillar, but we don't need to use it. When we get to the other side of the pillar, hop off backwards to grab this ledge, and then shimmy to the other side of this thing as well. Pull ourselves up. And we're finally at the second level of this section. But it's not very long, just at the very end of it is the Sword of Raziel. Well, let me make sure that I don't fall off this thing. I should save my game as well. And here is the sword head. Okay, now to get down safely, we need to run back to the other side. Fortunately, it's also toward the entrance of this section, so we'll be able to just fall out and leave. Shimmy just a little bit to the left, let go, grab, and then you should be at the entrance. We have the sword head, now let's go get the sword blade. Okay, now as you enter this room, there's going to be stuff that spawns. A cobalt. And a Lilith. Take care of them, and then what we want to do is, it seems like a dead end right now, but we actually passed something up here in the hallway. So we want to go over here, and we'll find this pillar that looks like we can grab up there. And well, if you go over to this side right here where the platform's a little higher and hold the action button and press forward, she'll jump and grab, and you can shimmy around this block all the way to the end, so that way you're high enough to grab that ledge. Now let's shimmy over one of those new decorations that indicate you can shimmy on me. Nice little addition. Let's pull up into here. Press this button and we're gonna open that gate and see something new. What is that thing, right? Well, that's gonna be an interesting aspect of this level, I guarantee you that much. So let's go check this out. It's just right down here. Make sure you grab at the bottom of that ladder and let go to take no damage when you fall. Turn to the right and you see this thing. Doesn't seem to do much at all, like it's just kind of there. You know, try shooting it if you want. It doesn't do anything. So let's go check this out, see what's up with this gate being open. Now you might want to save your game here, because we'll wait for this cutscene to go away. You'll see why you should save it. Alright, so there is a crystal. One of those skulls we've been picking up. Alright, so let's run and jump and grab this pillar and go around to the other side, because we're going to be climbing this whole thing here, and at the same time, well, we need to press buttons on our way up too, because there's 3 buttons that we need to press. So we're gonna go do that now. You may notice that there's a place you can go back here, but there's no way to actually get out of the crawl space without killing yourself. So don't go in there unless you're planning on just checking it out. We will be going back there, and I'll show you how to get back there in a little bit. You want to climb up to the top here and just continue to shimmy around. It basically shows you kind of where you need to go as you come to it. So it's like, okay, I clearly need to fall off here, and then shimmy to the left, except that now you don't really have any indication what you need to do. So just always try to jump up first, and you should find a ledge, maybe, or might be behind you. Okay, so pull ourselves up, and you'll notice the opening over there to the right. That's where we need to go now. You may notice when you pull up that there's a a button over there, but we will be going that way eventually. We'll be coming back out of this hole. So, or actually we'll be coming from up over there. What we want to do is we're going to run and jump for this hole, and then crawl. Now we go into the area that I said that we were going to go to if we just bypass it for now. Because there's going to be one of the buttons that we need in there. And at the same time we're going to activate the spikes. Now don't flip out of this thing. You want to go out backwards so that way you can hang from it and jump off backwards to grab this ledge. And you heard the blades go off just now. Those are the ones that are directly below down here, so you can fall down there, but be careful from way up here. You need to climb down here. Now, you could probably land on that just fine now, because like I said, they just set off and they won't go off again. Here's one of the buttons that we need to press. Okay, 1 out of 3. He tells you exactly where you're at in the progress, so that's beneficial. Alright, let's jump and grab. So we got the scary music, and actually that it seems like it was just for if you should have noticed this section when you got to this point in the walkthrough, and I told you about it. It's there to scare you, basically, that tone. So now we're back here. Now we want to climb like we did before. Pretty much the exact same way. Except this time we're not going to go in that hole. We're going to go the other way and press that button that we saw. Yeah, this is actually like really fun. Like, considering how slow she moved in the old Tomb Raiders and how much I hated the shimmy, it's actually pretty fun in this game. Okay, so the button's over there, and what we're going to do is we're going to run and jump and press it. 2 out of 3. Awesome. Let's run and jump up here. And now we need to jump for that crack in the pillar. Okay, we're not high enough to climb up, so jump up. There's another crack up above you. And this is going to give you access to the last switch. And it's going to open the gate so you can claim the item that's inside of the gate. That blue glowy thing. We like glowy things. Let's go claim it. Hop up here, and then we're basically just finding these little cubbies in the wall. This jump kind of sucks, so I'm gonna save my game. But I think you want to jump from right about here. You want to do a running jump, so we don't fall off. Yeah, that worked. Sweet. Crack in the wall right here. I'm gonna go all the way to the end of this one. Last tile, and then jump off backwards. He does give you some useful camera angles too, which is pretty nice. There really hasn't been too many annoying camera angles, which is good. They've always been, like, informative. And of course, they put the item on the other side of this thing, so that way you gotta hop carefully over and claim the, it gives you an entry in the diary, so let's check this out. With this eternal soul, I'll be able to get to higher places I couldn't reach previously. For that, I have to find airstreams. To use an airstream, I should stand near its center and simply press on jump. If the airstream is in a hole, I simply have to take a run up and jump inside. So good information there about what we just picked up. It's for the little air thing that we saw that wasn't doing anything for us. Well, now it will do something for us. So let's go back and check that out. Now, I jumped to the tile on the left from where I picked up the thing. Okay. I'm gonna fall off backwards. Take a little bit of fall damage, but that's fine. It's not much at all. Walk over here and do a standing jump over to this. And now we want to go back in that hole. Yeah, so save your game maybe, if you want. These are tricky jumps, so I mean. Okay, so what I'm doing now is I'm going back to that one spot that's near the entrance. Remember, I keep talking about this spot. Well, now I do want to flip out of this thing. Okay, and once again, I'm back at this location where I can get easily back to the spot where I was at. Now I have that Soul of Levitation. Okay, once we're on the back side of this thing, just hop off backwards and then run up the steps. And there it is. Check it out. Alright, watch this. Now, what we want to do is we want to get up on this side. Now, be careful because this does shoot you in the air and you can die from the fall. So, yeah, be very careful on these things. What we want to do with this one is we just want to take a step forward and then jump, and then she should land nicely on this ledge. Okay guys, when you reach the top up here, you're going to want to turn around and take a look. There is a crystal piece that I actually forgot to grab for the rest of this walkthrough, so this is kind of cut in, and this is where it's at. I will be getting it and for the 4th video though, so just keep that in mind. Make sure you go over here and grab this crystal, and I will continue on with the walkthrough. So there is that, and that is a completely new aspect to you know, well, it might not be new in Tomb Raider level editors. Like, level editors have been around for a while. They've got a lot of stuff that they do. And they're all entertaining. Alright, so now what I'm doing is I'm going to traverse this crack and slide off this house. Look down below, that's where those receptacles are, those hand receptacles. So we're still in that tree area. At this point, we want to climb up and jump off this roof. Now we want to move this block. We want to move it twice, and it's going to fall off the edge of the platform. Okay, now before we go down there, we want to check this out. Yeah, we can't get this yet because this gate is shut on us, but we will get that later. It looks like a cobalt head. Okay, so now what we want to do is we want to fall off and land on the block that we just dropped. Now there is a slit right up there that we want to move this toward. Okay, well, it's only going to take 1 or 2 pushes. Like, you can push it once and get in there if you want. So let's do that. Alright, now before you go in here, I mean, it looks juicy, like, ooh, what's in there? Take a pit stop and take a look around because there's a ledge right here. that you're going to want to go into. I guarantee it. Kind of dark. Let me light a flare. We find a skull basher. Alright, now that we got that, let's get out of here. Still pretty dark. Now be careful with your flares, because I do believe flare deaths are possible in this, still in Tomb Raider level editor, which I guess I'm okay with. It's actually kind of a funny mechanic. So I think I'll be fine. There we go, and I jumped off backwards to land on this thing, and now I'm just gonna run and jump over to this thing. If you notice, I did a 90-degree turn. Let's pick up the Watcher's key, and we get information about where another Watcher is. So let's go do that. You know, maybe that will hook us up with what we need. Alright, so just basically do the same thing you did to come in here. And crawl out, and we're back in the tree area. Yay! Alright, let's push this all the way. All the way. Like, we gotta push this thing all the way. That's how far we gotta go. If only this was a little bit faster, but then again, it is a large object. There we go. Now hop on top of it. There's a crack in the wall right there. Hello. And stand right here, do a standing jump, and that will give us access to this spot right up here. Here is the Watcher. Now there's a door back that direction too. You can go in. But there's nothing out there. You may recognize the area, but then you'll quickly realize that you don't want to fall off and you really can't do anything. So let's use the Watcher's key and, you know, watch Lars' ass blow up again. Alright, so now that we have that done, you notice down there is a health chest. Well, let's go get that real quick. I think I could use some life, maybe. I haven't gotten a health chest in a little while. I did get that crystal, which filled my life up, but let's just grab this anyway. The only reason why I really want to do this is because there is a gap here that kind of hard to get past unless you know, you haven't figured out how to get past gaps yet. And what you want to do is you just want to jump past it. Oh, see, that's why you don't want to let Lara get her footing. I got all that life back just so I can lose some. You want her to just hang from her hands so that way she can jump. As soon as she grabs, you press up and jump and hold those buttons, then she will jump up to the next ledge. Remember to hold action though too. Okay, so now that we've done that, there is one other direction we need to go. That's across this gap. And we'll find the sword blade. Now we have a full Sword of Raziel. Let's combine these things. Sword of Raziel. Excellent. That's exactly what we came here for. So if you remember, the Sword of Raziel is going to go into the door that was directly across from the box where I picked up the ammunition. Alright, so let's be careful falling out of here. Don't forget about that ledge. You can use that to your advantage. Right over here, there's the box. Right here is this the receptacle for the Sword of Raziel. And then this is where I will be ending this video. Ladies and gentlemen, I will see you guys next time on Badass Games. Take it easy.